to know how to. My name is Amit and you are watching the next video of Angular 8 tutorials. So this is the part 6 of this video series in which we are going to discuss about TypeScript, because as you are going to write the code in Angular, then we are going to use TypeScript instead of JavaScript that we are using in Angular JS. Okay, so before starting, I want to explain some of the basic features of TypeScript, so that you can write the code in a simplified way. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe the channel, know how to, and press the bell icon as well to get the latest update. So what is TypeScript basically? So TypeScript is the superset of JavaScript. Superset means whatever standards that JavaScript is following in terms of coding guidelines and in terms of other things, then TypeScript will also support all those things. Okay, so for example, uh, what is ECMAScript? ECMAScript is the JavaScript's language standard, right? So the different versions of ECMAScript came starting from version 1 to version 6, and recently version 7 also came. So suppose there is, if you see into this pictorial diagram, then there is this ES5 version of JavaScript. Okay, then came ES6 version of JavaScript. So whatever guidelines that ES5 was following, those will be applicable to ES6 as well. Then came TypeScript. Okay, so TypeScript will support both ES5 as well as ES6. So that's how TypeScript is the superset of JavaScript, right? And TypeScript will support all the JavaScript libraries as well. So whatever library that came for JavaScript, for example jQuery, it will be supported in TypeScript as well, right? So all the browsers basically does not support TypeScript. Those can support only JavaScript, or mainly all the browsers can support ES5 version of JavaScript. So through the process of transpilation, TypeScripts get converted into JavaScript, or we can say that higher versions of ECMAScript will get converted into lower version of ECMAScript, for example ES5, and then the browser will support that particular version of TypeScript or ES6. Okay, so apart from that, TypeScript is a strongly typed language, while JavaScript is loosely typed language. So what is a strongly typed language? So a strongly typed language, that means a language in which whenever an object is passed from a calling function to a called function, then its type must be compatible with the type declared in the called function. So for example, what I want to say, that if suppose you are passing one object into a called function, okay, then at that time that particular object type should be compatible with the uh, type of the function. Okay, so basically so in this case we have to define the data type of each and every constant, variable, or any object. Okay, so the same thing we used to do into TypeScript as well. Okay, so we'll see this thing in our next slide as well. While in JavaScript it was a loosely coupled language. So loosely coupled means, or loosely types means, you don't have to specify type of variables or objects explicitly. Okay, so that is the difference between a loosely coupled and strongly coupled language. So TypeScript is a strongly typed language. Got it? Then the third point is TypeScript supports modules as well as classes. So what are modules? So modules is a particular type of code that is written for a particular feature. Okay, and the feasibility that modules provide is that you can import the functionality of one module into another module. So basically it helps the code reusability, right? So if you are going to define one module over here, then you can use the feature of that module into another module as well, right? Apart from that, TypeScript is a TypeScript can support template strings, and we'll see what are templates and what are template strings. And TypeScript supports interfaces as well as generics. Okay, some of the features of TypeScript. Okay, now we'll see what are the different annotations that are that TypeScript follows and which are different from JavaScript, right? So for example, in JavaScript, if you were defining a number, then how you used to define? Where num equal to 5. So this was the standard coding guideline that we were following in JavaScript. But in TypeScript, the same thing will get converted into variable num, and then you have to define the type of that particular variable. Okay, so for example, over here it was where num colon number equal to 5. So we are defining the type of this num in TypeScript. Okay, so that's why it is a strongly typed language. Okay, so for example, in JavaScript, if we are defining a string, then we need not to explicitly define the type of that particular variable, and JavaScript used to take the value and take the value, and it used to convert the that particular key into that particular format. For example, here we had defined variable where num equal to 5, so it was an integer type, that means a number type. And over here where name equal to Amit, then in that case it will be a string type. Okay, that where automatically converts it into that particular format. But in TypeScript, you need to define explicitly the type of that particular variable. So here we need to define where name of type string equal to Amit. Okay, and if you are defining something which you don't know what is the type of that particular where, then in that case you can define any. Okay, so here where something of type any equal to 1 2 3 4 5. So here this is the valid type in TypeScript, which is any. So we can define a type as any where we don't know or we are not sure which type of variable or which type of format this where is going to have, right? So for example, other is where list of numbers equal to 1 2 3 4. So here we have to define that this is the array of number. So we have to define the type of this list of numbers explicitly over here. Okay, so in JavaScript, how we used to define the function? So the syntax is given over here. So for example, function, I am defining a square function, and I am passing the num as the parameter, and it is going to return num multiply with num. So it will be a square function, right? So but in TypeScript, what we have to do, we have to define the type of that input parameter as well. So in this case, the num is of type number, and then we have to define the return type as well. So colon number. So that means this function is going to return a number type. Okay, so function square num of type number, and the return type is of this function is number, and same syntax. Okay, so this is the different coding guidelines that we are going to follow in TypeScript. Okay, now I think we are good to go, and if you have any kind of doubt, then you can write a comment in the comment section of the video. Okay, and from this TypeScript annotations, we came to know that there are different types of types available in TypeScript. For example, one is number, string, any, and these are the some of the types. Okay, then what is the architecture of Angular? So architecture of Angular consists of components, modules, directives, services, and routers. So in our Angular application that we are going to create in further videos, there we will talk about components. We will create some of the modules. We'll use directives in our Angular application. We'll use services. Apart from that, we'll use routers as well. Okay, so what is a component? It is a JavaScript class with metadata, okay, attached to it. So basically it's a simple class, and we'll attach some kind of metadata into that particular class that will tell you about the class, how we are going to process that particular class. Okay, So in a particular Angular application, there will be at least one root component, and other components will fall under this this root component. Okay, if you see in our Visual Studio Code, the Angular app that we had created in our previous videos, so this was the root component which came by default, which is app.component.ts. So this is the root component of our application, and all other components will fall under this root component. Okay, so apart from that, what are modules? So as I had already told you, that module is a block of code that has been written for a particular feature, and the feasibility that modules provide is you can import the functionality of one module into another module. Okay, what are directives? So directives, these are some sort of instructions that are present in HTML, which are going to allow us to modify the DOM and extend the behavior of DOM. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to define a directive as uppercase, then I can use directly it in HTML, which will directly convert my input string into uppercase. Okay, we'll talk about directives in much more detail in our further videos. Okay, what are services? As you already know, we use services to fetch data from the server. For example, database server will get the data and will use into view that particular data. Okay, what are routers? Routers are used for navigation purposes. So suppose if in a particular application, if you are using many pages like employee page, employee salary page, students page, so we can navigate from one page to another page by using routers. So in our further videos, we'll discuss about routers and how to use them. We'll see. Okay, and uh, that's it for today, and this is the time of interview questions. So we'll see all these questions one by one. So the first question is, why TypeScript developed as we were already having JavaScript? Okay, so why the requirement of TypeScript came into picture? So JavaScript was developed for client side, as a client side language. Okay, so meanwhile the developers realized that we can also use JavaScript as server side language. So in that process, when the developers started using JavaScript as server side language also, then the complexity of JavaScript got increased and the application becomes too much heavy. Okay, so in that case, the TypeScript came into picture. So basically, as of now, we are using JavaScript as the client side language and TypeScript as the we can use as server side language as well. Okay, so as we had already explained that TypeScript can support interfaces, classes, inheritance, all those OOPS concept as well. So TypeScript came into picture in this scenario. Okay, what is transpilation? So transpilation is to convert TypeScript into JavaScript so that our browser can support TypeScript, right? What is modular programming? I had already explained you. And what are strongly typed and loosely typed languages? So JavaScript is a loosely typed language, as well as TypeScript is a strongly typed language, right? So we had already discussed this question. So that's it for today. uh, Keep on coding and keep on watching as well. Know how to, right? Thank you.